So now we're going to move into this little harmonic thing. And what's happening there is you're going to play 5, 7, you're going to play harmonics. So when you do harmonics, you're not actually pressing down on the string, you're simply touching the string directly over the fret itself. Not in between the frets like when we normally play that kind of thing. We're not doing that. So we're going to go to the 7th fret, the physical 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th fret. We're going right over the silver part, and we're just touching the string. So on the 4th string, I'm going to pluck that and then get my finger out of the way. And then 7 on the 3rd string, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the 5th and 4th strings. And then the same thing on the 6th and the 5th. So you get this. And then. Okay. So you're doing each pair, right? And then we finally get into the song, right? So now we're starting the... Now, the first thing you're going to do is just palm mute 4 times, and then you're going to the 3rd fret of the 6th string, you're making a power chord there. Same rules apply. If you're used to making a 2-finger power chord, continue doing so. 3-finger, it's perfectly fine. Whatever works comfortable for you. So you have... And then you're going to do 2 more mutes, and you're going to move up to the 5th fret. And then we have 3 more mutes, and then we're going to the 6th fret. Now again, the single most important thing to learning a song like this is really having the song in your head. If you really love this song, you probably have it in your head more than I do, because I haven't listened to it so much in a while. So I'm just trying to go by memory how all these sections go here. And then you can just kind of put them together as we move along. Okay, so we have those first 4 mutes, and then the 3, 2 mutes, 5, and then 3 mutes to 6. So it's just a stream of 8th notes. Dot, 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 dot. So you don't want to pause anywhere in between. Until we get to that 6 to the 5 where we're just letting it ring out. And that's where the verse kicks in. Now it's going to move from that riff to a different chord. It's going to do the same kind of rhythm. So what's happening there is I'm using the 7th fret of the 6th string as my palm muted note. So I'm doing the same kind of rhythm I did on the first part, 0, 3, 5, and 6. But I got to go to 5, 7, and 8 on the 5th string. So my palm muting note is the 6th string, that one right there. And then I'm going to go to the 5th fret of the 5th string. Then I got to get right back to that 7, do my 2 palm mutes, go to the 7th fret of the 5th string, go back here, do my 3 palm mutes, and then go to 8th fret. So if I show you in comparison the rhythms of these two, then see, it's the same rhythm. It's just a lot harder because you got to shift from 6th string to 5th string over and over and over. Now, I make a full power chord shape on the 7th fret of the 6th string. You wouldn't have to if you just want to use a single note. For me, visually, it's just easier for me to move from... If you'd rather just use one note, it wouldn't make any difference. It's just that, again, that's probably... Well, there's a lot of difficult parts in this song, but it's certainly a difficult part trying to get from the 6th to the 5th. Okay, so that's how that part's going to go. Then we're coming off of that part again, and we're going back into... We're moving right back into that piece again. And then we're going to stay there for quite some while. We're going to keep doing those same 2 parts. Let me see where I'm at here. Then we're going to move into the bridge part. That's right. So on the bridge part, we're doing this. We're going... So what's happening there is we're combining 2 different parts. We're combining our verse riff with a new riff, which is doing the 7, 5, 3 on the 5th string. A real typical kind of metal chord progression there. So we're taking the 7, 5, 3, and then we're moving into the verse riff. So let me play it for you. We have, and then we have, then we're back, and we go back again. Then we end with 7, 5, 3, and we do it again, 7, 5, 3, do it again, 7, 5, 3, 7, 5, 3, and then that moves into a whole new section, okay? And this is the part where we're going. Now this part's a little bit weird because of the rhythm. It's got more of a triplet feel to the picking of it. So it's not really like an eighth note picking. You're going dun 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 dun, kind of Iron Maidenish in a way. So what you're doing is you're taking and going from an A open power chord, which is just like the E one I was playing in the beginning of the song. I'm pressing now on the 3rd and 4th strings at the 2nd fret, and I'm going to strum the 5th and 4th strings, or the 5th and 4th and 3rd. Again, it doesn't make any difference. Real kind of AC/DC again chord. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do this using power chords. If you'd rather use open chords and things, you certainly could do that as well. So what we're doing is we're taking this A, so I'm really going, I'm strumming the A, and then I've got 4 palm mutes. And I'm starting it with an up strum, and I'm playing this triplet sound. So in essence, I see I'm kind of doing 2 different things here, so let me explain to you just the right one to do. I think you would just strum the A once, and then you would palm mute those 4. And then I'm going to G, 3rd fret of the 6th string, and then 5th fret of the 5th string. So I have. Okay. Now you could play G and D as open chords if you wanted to too. If it was easier for you, you could go. Okay, now after that, we're going to move into a part where we're moving back to the E power chord. And you're doing the same kind of rhythm, but you're staying on E longer, and then you're ending on the 5th fret of the 5th string, so you're going. Okay? So it takes a little while to kind of get used to that rhythm. Okay? So this is going on, it's double time. The drums are doing a double time thing. Okay? So let's work the song up to that point, and then what I'll do is I'll do a part 2 to the rest of the song so we can talk about the rest of Am I Evil as well. But I hope that helps you with the first section, and I know the person that got a hold of me was talking about trying to play it with another guitar player, that sort of thing. So please remember, as an instructor, I only have so much time to try and teach you these things, and I'm doing the best I can. So if I didn't go into certain parts as much as you'd like to, I do apologize, but you can always get a hold of me and ask me more involved questions. Or like I said, watch some of my other videos that kind of explain in more detail about 6-string power chords or 5th-string power chords and things like that to sort of set you up for some of these songs. And again, remember to get a hold of me if you have any questions about songs, requests for things, and I'd be more than happy to help you with it. So take care and have a great day.